Jared Kushner in the East Room of the White House, October 23, 2017, from APREXShutterstock. On Friday morning, shortly after the news broke that Mike Flynn had pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI about his communication with Russian officials, the former national security advisor and former Trump megaloyalist issued a statement defending his decision. The move to cooperate with special counsel Robert Mueller's probe would help set things right for Flynn. "It's in the best interest of my family," he said, referring to the speculation that his son, Mike Flynn Jr., was also in legal jeopardy. This appeal to family loyalty was not without some potential irony. Flynn's plea, which stipulates that an unnamed very senior member of the presidential transition team ordered him to contact Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak regarding a United Nations Security Council resolution in December 2016, may put a member of President Donald Trump's family in legal jeopardy. Not long after Flynn left a federal courthouse, both Bloomberg and BuzzFeed reported that Jared Kushner, who played a vital role liaising with foreign officials throughout the transition period, called Flynn in December and urged him to call members of the UN Security Council in an attempt to delay a resolution condemning Israeli settlements. Jared called Flynn and told him, "You need to get on the phone to every member of the Security Council and tell them to delay the vote." One person who says they were present in the room with Flynn at the time reportedly told BuzzFeed. This person reportedly said that Kushner called it a top priority for the president. Kushner's attorney, Abby Lowell, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. By late Friday afternoon, this was widely reported by news outlets. Documents filed in federal court on Friday by Mueller explain that Flynn called Kislyak to ask about his vote. He then later lied about this conversation to the FBI. It is not illegal for Flynn or anyone else involved in the transition to reach out to foreign officials. It is, however, against the law for a U.S. citizen to undermine the foreign policy of a sitting president through contact with a foreign power. And the Obama administration's decision to abstain on a vote for the resolution, allowing it to pass, was in direct contrast with the incoming Trump administration's alleged agenda. Mueller, of course, did not name anyone specifically in the documents filed. But it was already clear from a report earlier this month in the Wall Street Journal that Mueller's team was interested in Kushner's role in this. According to the Journal, investigators had asked questions of witnesses about Kushner's involvement in talks about the UN resolution. The documents filed on Friday, and the subsequent reports about Kushner's actions, seemed to connect the dots. Before the news broke on Friday, Kushner tried to reinforce the notion that he and his wife, first daughter and assistant to the president Ivanka Trump, were keeping their heads down at work and staying in Washington. He told The Washington Post earlier this month that they're here to stay, and are even talking about looking for a new house. Among their New York acquaintances, many have recently guessed that they will be back in town by June, after the school year is finished, instead of by the year's end, as they had initially assumed. The couple had been assuring people close to them that they were focused on what the White House could do in 2018 and that they were simply loving life in D.C., according to several people who had spoken to them. Recently, one person who saw Kushner at a party celebrating the anniversary of Trump's Electoral College win, at Trump Hotel, said that Kushner looked tired and thin, but nevertheless projected a great deal of calm. He painted a rosy picture of how things are going, this person said, despite some grumbling about the difficulty of life in the spotlight. He happily posed for photos and greeted the crowd of hundreds of people gathered in the gilded ballroom. It is still unclear and perhaps too early to know if Flynn's plea will, in fact, put Kushner in legal danger. But for months, many have wondered whether or not the president would pardon those close to him or take action to protect his son-in-law. One person close to the Trumps believes that as loyal as the president is to his family, the first priority always has been, and will continue to be, his own survival. This is about his legacy. His legacy is on the line, this person told me recently, referring to the president. If you think he's going to tie himself to the kid, you don't know anything. And people who say that his love for Ivanka means he'll stand by Jared, the truth of the matter is he left them once before, this person added, referring to his divorce from Ivanka Trump in the 1990s. They'll try to say that no matter what, he's going to protect him. Not if it's going to cost him his legacy. Not a chance.